That's right, everyone. The Power Rangers are the topic of today's discussion. Kevin Lifton, managing partner of the Lifton Legal Group, here at you again, discussing different various issues going on in the legal world. And today's topic is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They were a staple of my childhood. We grew up on them. I was always a Green Ranger guy myself. But it seems like the Red Ranger, Mr. Ricardo Medina Jr., has come into quite a bit of trouble. He, back in 2015, the 38-year-old who played the Red Wild Force Ranger on the TV show, was arrested and charged with killing his roommate at the time. Apparently, the two had got into quite the altercation regarding a girlfriend, and in a fit of rage, Mr. Medina, the Red Ranger, grabbed a samurai sword that he kept in the house and attacked his roommate and fatally wounded him in the stomach. What is interesting is he was able to plead guilty and reduce his ultimate sentence. Now, everyone always hears about in these criminal lawsuits about different defendants pleading guilty, etc., etc. But what does that really get them? Well, in the concept of homicide, which is the unlawful killing of another, there are 4 different ways a person can be charged. The traditional first-degree murder, which everyone knows. The concept of first-degree murder means it was premeditated and deliberated. That means that the person had both the amount of time and quality ability to reflect upon what they're doing and really know that they're going out to go kill someone. In such a case, if you're convicted of first-degree murder, you generally carry a sentence of 20 years to life. The second type of homicide is second-degree murder. There are various ways to do it, but it really is just a deliberate, malicious, reckless act that ultimately left the other person dead. Generally, those type of crimes carry about 10 to 25 years if you're convicted of second-degree murder. Now, the other 2 types of homicide are voluntary manslaughter and involuntary manslaughter. Basically, in these type of situations, you're admitting that you killed another person, but you're saying it was either justified or there was some reason behind what you were doing and why you acted so inappropriately. In terms of voluntary manslaughter, maybe an emotional issue took over your body and you really could not control yourself. In an involuntary manslaughter situation, it really is more along the lines of you were just completely negligent. You did something stupid. The seminal case in involuntary manslaughter was a bar out in Boston caught on fire, but sadly there were chairs and tables used in the storage area blocking the emergency exit. Fatally, a bunch of bar goers were trapped inside and ultimately died. Now, the bar owner did not ever intend to hurt this person, but ultimately their negligence trapped these people inside. Involuntary manslaughter usually carries a crime about 1 year imprisonment in it. Now, back to the issue at hand, oftentimes the government tries to make deals with these defendants in order to save the state money, save the state time, and ultimately get a quicker resolution behind what's going on. Oftentimes, the concept of justice is knowing that the victims or their families can consider this person was punished for what they did. That's oftentimes in movies you see that during an execution or the lethal injection, oftentimes they will invite relatives or family members of the victim to come see what happened. Here, it seems like the Power Ranger superstar pled guilty, and in exchange of being tried under first or second degree murder, carrying minimum probably 15 to 20 to life, he is going to end up getting a few years in the type of situation. Now, I'm not completely certain what the mitigating circumstances are. I don't know why he was so enraged, but he did ultimately kill his roommate with a samurai sword. I hope this gave you a little bit of information of what the different types of homicide are, whether it's first degree, second degree, voluntary manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter, and also why people make deals to go from level 1 down to level 2. You create a different spectrum and bracket of ultimate punishment. There's gains and losses on both sides to making a deal, but there's more clarity, like in any legal settlement. Each side knows what's going to happen. I hope this gave you a little bit of information, perhaps some entertainment and connection back to your roots of the Power Ranger superstars of the 90s. And I'm wishing everyone a very safe and happy St. Patrick's Day this year. Go out and be safe, wear your pretty green, and have a lovely weekend. It's beautiful here in Southern California. Until next week, have a lovely weekend, and I look forward to seeing all of you soon. Bye-bye.